Where's TK today?
Welcome to our 2-year adventure across the United States. In our 2001 F-250 with 240,000 miles on it, keeping our adventure in our truck alive on a budget. We are Tom and Karen, and this is the Curious Compass.
Oh, we are in just outside of Colorado Springs at the Glen Erie Castle, where we stayed last night, which was fantastic.
That's right. Right there.
Beautiful.
But that'll be week 25. Today we're talking about week 23. This week we're going to go through a few really quick hits. We went some hiking in Wind Cave. We did a tour at New Belgium. I did a couple of the mountain peaks around there and the tri-state. So,
Peaks.
Yep. Week 23, Karen had left me.
I did. I was back in Ontario in Canada for 2 weeks hanging out with my mother and my family.
Yep, I was by myself for a while. I did go to see Wind Cave National Park after I left the Badlands National Park.
I was just going to say, that sounded cool, the Badlands stuff, but you did that the week before?
Yeah, one stop I did make was to Wall's Drug.
I saw Wall's Drugs had fresh donuts, so let's go see how fresh they are. I'm heading my way to Rapid City and make a quick stop.
It's in Walls, South Dakota. It's got a million signs, hundreds of miles before you ever get there.
100%. I saw them before he dropped me off at the airport in Sioux Falls.
Which is on the opposite end of South Dakota that Wall Drugs is.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, pretty good.
Really fresh.
The 5-cent coffee, definitely worth it. The almost $3 donut, it's good, but I'm not sure it's worth $3. But definitely an experience, have to bring the wife back.
So,
And you enjoyed it?
oh my God, that donut, I was a little leery about paying $3 for a donut, but the donut was the best donut I've ever had. It was crispy, it was fresh, had a great bounce back on the dough. The maple frosting was just on point. It wasn't overly sweet. That and with a 5-cent cup of coffee was the way to go.
I have never given that much thought to a donut, so that must have been amazing.
Yes, it was quite amazing.
As much so that I got a text and an explanation of it while I was away too.
Yeah. So what did you do when I was gone?
As I said, hung out with my mom. My mom's 91st birthday, so we had dinner at the Mandarin, which is a Chinese buffet in Ontario, if not Canada. And hung out with my brothers for a couple of days and a night. And a girlfriend down in Sarnia, Chris, spent the effort and time to drive up about 2.5 hours to hang out with me and mom for the night. And she's gotten a lot of time to spend with Sharon, which was amazing. She is my angel, and also the one who took Molly. And she not only drove down to Buffalo, which is about an hour and a half, to pick me up from the airport, but then reversed the whole thing and took me back there when I left.
I did do some hikes in Wind Cave and saw a pack of buffalo that were blocking my trail. Kind of a pain because I had to drive off-road just a little bit to go around them, but I didn't feel like pushing through them since there was a bunch of people recording.
Yeah, and also jealous because I did not see a herd of buffalo in Ontario.
That's a whole bunch of buffalo.
Bye guys, just do a little driving.
Well, that was a cool way to start off the trail. Buffalo poo. There was, I don't know, 24 buffalo blocking my road to my trail access. So I did a little off-roading and was able to get around them. They're a little startled. A lot of people were stopping, taking pictures. But I was like, I got a trail to do. And then when I got to the trailhead, you could see 2 buffalo just roaming around this little area. So highly likely we'll get some good footage of that stuff and some good views too. It's a 5-mile trail, a couple hundred feet of elevation, nothing too bad. So let's go take a look. This really is a magical time of year where it's nice and cool, not a lot of people out. So you get access to all of this stuff to yourself. And the bison are out roaming around, so. A cute little hike. Looks like we're going into a canyon here. So we got the big plains back here we walked through. Beautiful area. All the trees are nice and green. We're back into the pine type of stuff. Away from the I don't know, just relentless open plains that have their place, but this is a much more beautiful area. We're heading into a canyon now. So that's always fun. I mean, unless there's bison running through it. But this isn't the season for mating or calf rearing. We're kind of in the off season right now, so they're not too aggressive. They startle easy, and hopefully we don't have to get too close to any of them. Oh, look at this. Cool little trail. Hiking through here. So off we go. So you're a prairie dog, right? Don't be afraid. I think you would. You're cute. Your tail wagging because you're scared? What are you eating? Oh, you're drinking. You're thirsty, huh? Yeah, I see. All right, I'll go this way. You're not that scared of me. I am 6 feet away from you right now. Hopefully you don't attack me. All right, finish your water. Bye. How much you bet that's mom telling him to get back inside? Oh, yeah. Well, that was pretty cool. Prairie dogs. They more like prairie rats, but they're furry. And they're drinking the water from the on the range, on the rocks. So quite a few of them out here. Lovely prairie up in the middle of nowhere. 2.5 miles into the hike. This is about midpoint and just about the highest part of the elevation. You can hear them chirping all over the place. Very cute. It's cool to think I came all the way over there. It's always fun looking back at the path you've taken. See how far you've come. Ooh, probably a metaphor there somewhere. But for right now, heading to Lookout. Well, this is quite the view. The top of Ridge View. That's supposed to be an interpretive trail. There wasn't a lot of interpretation going on, but it's definitely a beautiful area. And with this kind of perspective across the entire land, you can see why they put a fire tower here. Of course, the fire tower is locked and gated and everything else, so, and the door is screwed shut. I'm assuming that's like a storm shelter in case some storm shows up. It's a brick shit house. Or maybe it's a brick shit house. I don't know. But definitely got a commanding view up here. It's amazing. Boy, I'm not sure what kind of storm came ripping through here. You can see over there, where at one point a long time ago, there's a good sized storm, but honestly, this is nothing but destruction. Are all busted up just recently. It must have been one hell of a storm. I mean, all down here, all these trees are all busted up. Tons of them driving up here. Doing a little exploring of hot springs, and they have a waterfall. That's kind of cool. Got a little trail. They call this the Freedom Trail. Not sure why. Maybe I'll ask our host. But that water, I'll bet, is actually quite warm since it's got all the green and living stuff in it. Go find out. See if I can get wet without really getting wet. Yep, it's warm. Maybe that's why they call it hot springs, because that was a warm spring. Not really hot, but warm. Okay, we've got the Kidney Springs gazebo. Apparently, maybe this is Kidney Springs. Yes, it is Kidney Springs. Natural spring water, drink at your own risk. Yep. Oh, there's some analysts. Sodium chloride 242, potassium chloride 64, magnesium chloride 118, lithium. Ooh, lithium. That doesn't sound good. 15. I wonder if that's parts per million. Total solubles, silica, calcium. Oh, calcium's good. Oh, calcium phosphate. And total solids. It was warm, and it tasted good, so there you go. And let's see if I die. This beauty used to be the public school building. And I guess a museum probably in the summertime. 1893. This is what you'd go to school in. Well, it looks pretty much the same from this side. Curious of what these things are though. I was thinking maybe escape hatches or something, but they're welded shut. Maybe they're open when they're young. Maybe that's how you got up to the second story. I don't know. But could have stairs in them. Don't know what they're for. What do you think? It is a commanding view of hot springs. They have some aerial sirens. I wonder if that's the oldest one. Or that's the oldest one. I mean, that one's definitely the coolest one. We got all those. But then I think that's the newest one. Alrighty, back down the stairs. Oh, that thing's kind of cool. Definitely need some lubrication though. These are not the stairs the kids took in 1893, but they're my stairs, so here we go. So here's our Boondockers Welcome in Hot Springs. Very lovely place. Got a little park bench out for you. Got a couple of nice little chairs. I've seen some deer run right around in here. There's a little rabbit here yesterday. Oh, and I'm stepping in his poo. Cool. But yeah, beautiful area. Hot Springs is a gorgeous South Dakota. Spent some time down there, but we're heading down. Got to go pick up Clint in 2 days. So we are moseying along. I am moseying along. Yeah. Well, that was a wonderful little boondocking location. Boondockers Welcome. Met Dean and his little setup. He's an interesting fellow, loves to camp and snowbird himself. So got some conversation. He's also a motorcycle guy, more of a modern motorcycle guy. He is a fan of the BMW. So had some good conversation. Very nice person. I enjoyed your stay, man. Appreciate everything you did for us. For me, because wife's still gone. Now I'm off to Stonehenge. No, sorry, Carhenge. Here we are, Carhenge. And there's Carhenge. Okay, here we are in Stonehenge. No, sorry, Carhenge. This is built in 1987 by Jim. There's 38 classic American cars all buried around here to honor his father. Let's see. Oh, I see a Gremlin, I think, and a Jeep J10. I think that's a Cadillac. Oh, that's definitely a Cadillac right here. Let's see. Oh, what's the one with the big nose bumper on it like that? There's definitely got a lot of pigeons here. That's a Ford. I can tell it's a Ford 9-inch. They've welded a lot of the actual access points, like where you can actually get into them. Some of these still have their transmissions in and engines. They're all painted gray. They say no graffiti. This is not a graffiti place. But you can see they've welded them all shut, all welded, all closed, or riveted actually. This one's all screwed with sheet metal. They're near their U-joint. Bummer. Let's see what we got. Let's see, I think that's a Studebaker? I don't know. This one, it's hard to tell. Well, they got some graffiti, murals on them. That looks like an Edsel. What is that? That's a truck. That's what that is, you dummy. This is pretty indescript. Can't see the grills, so a little hard for me to tell what they are. Kind of looks like a Lincoln. This Cadillac, they pulled out the axle and put a tube in there. Like it sits better on the other car. What kind of wagon is this? Again, hard to tell with the nose in the ground. But and can't see the tail lights. Here lies the bones of foreign cars. They served their purpose while Detroit slept. Now Detroit's awake and America is great. I don't know, a little Honda was just fine. Well, I know what this one is. Well, I know it's a Dodge. Cause it's got a slant 6 in it. There wasn't a lot of slant 6s out there. Dodge. Can you tell what this one is by the underside? It's either a Impala or a Cadillac. What do you think? Let's see. Oh, give away. You know what it is. Here's one that's been slammed into the ground. That's pretty low. Not sure what this little fella is, but I do like its steering. Central pivot arm here. Then up here, it's got that connector that goes to the box. Eventually. Here. Arm, push pull. And another bell crank. And another. A lot of subject slop. That's what it originally looked like. Well, J10. There's
After that, we went to hike. I went to hike Chimney Rock.
Now there's Chimney Rock. That's close as I can get. It was a 45-degree climb up here, so it wasn't no small task. But it's got a beautiful view. Absolutely beautiful. Wish I could capture it for y'all. I'm a little nervous about getting on the loose stuff, but this is kind of fun too. Woo! Okay, I think I'm out of there. Super grippy. As long as they don't let go. Oh, my shoes are gonna be full of dirt. Okay. That's how far I got. Well, that was pretty cool. Look, looks like the Rubicon Bridge. That was pretty cool. I was all the way up there, almost to the very tippy top, but pretty close, and it was getting kind of sketchy and pretty loose, and so I thought better of it and headed out. Yeah, still beautiful. All right, we're 30 minutes from our Riverside Park campground, and that's where we'll hold up for the night. That's also right below Scotts Bluff, so we'll check that out tomorrow.
So you did get a lot of things done in South Dakota before you left.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
Scotts Bluff is another one of those. You can actually drive to the top, but since I had such a big camper and they say, you know, no RVs and stuff, I actually hiked it, which was fine because it's a beautiful hike outside the wind and the snow and the sleet.
Other than that, it was beautiful.
Yeah, other than that, it was a gorgeous hike. Great views.
What? You can drive up here? Ah, bro. Major fail. Reporting for business.
I did also visit the highest point in Nebraska.
Is that about this high?
Don't hold your breath. It is actually like 5,000 feet difference between the highest and the lowest.
Okay.
But there is probably no more than 100 feet difference within 10 miles of the highest point in Nebraska.
That's funny. Maybe we should put that on the list too, because we did the highest peak in Kansas, and I think in Iowa, and now in Nebraska.
Texas.
And Texas. There was a huge difference between the highest peak in Texas opposed to what it sounds like where you were.
And if it wasn't so windy, it'd probably been more enjoyable, but it was super windy that whole day. Drove 30 miles on dirt roads just to get to these areas.
Well, okay, I've been to the highest point of a couple states now, and Nebraska was definitely the windiest if you take away all the windmills. You know, if they shut these damn wind farms off, it wouldn't be so windy out here.
The other thing I did was the tri-state, where Colorado, Wyoming, and Nebraska all come together.
That sounds like fun.
It's not.
No,
It really
like
wasn't.
fun. What's there?
It was on private property. There was just a marker on the ground and a little stand. It's actually a mile and a half you have to walk on somebody's private property, but they let you walk on the private property, so you can drive to it.
Nobody shot you?
Nope. And it was super windy, so again, because it was there and I'm never going back, I had to stop by and say hi.
Yeah, fair enough.
The next day, Clint was supposed to fly in at 10 a.m., but his flight got canceled. He didn't show up till 8 p.m. So
what a bummer. What a bummer for him and you.
Yeah.
That basically took you all day, eh?
Oh yeah. So I decided to go take a PF shower. I did do the New Belgium tour. They're one of my favorite fat tire brewery that does the fat tire beer, and they also do the Voodoo Ranger, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, we had a few of those when I got back. It's okay. I'm not a huge beer aficionado, so don't take my word for it.
Yeah.
Oh, this is Abby. I like it. Very tasty. That was the tour. It's like like a cool place to chill, hang out. I would like to have had more of that original beer mix, but they apparently are super limited. But looks like a cool place. There was a massive line in there for getting a beer, so I stepped out. I kept the ticket.
That night, I introduced Clint into the Cracker Barrel. Took him just because there's really no boondocking in Denver, and we wanted to rest up. Since he got in so late, we wanted to rest up before we hit the Rocky Mountains.
Yeah, because he landed at what, like 8 or something, so you didn't collect him and weren't on the go until 9ish.
Yeah,
doesn't leave a lot of time.
Yeah. But that's it. That's it for this week. If you like and subscribe, we'd appreciate it. And happy trails.
See you out there.